Fit Fam? Welcome back to my gym. So let's talk about the weightlifting belt. So what is a weightlifting belt actually for? Well, despite popular belief, it's not some magical brace to protect your core. But what it really does is create intra-abdominal pressure right here, which is basically just a fancy way of saying your core has something to push back against, kind of like bracing yourself on a wall. So when you lift heavy, like barbell squats, deadlifts, even some overhead presses or really heavy bent over rows, that pressure helps you stay stable and protects your spine so that your trunk can stay strong and upright. Okay, so you don't need a weightlifting belt for every little movement in the gym, and definitely not for bicep curls or probably even bench press. But when you're doing compound heavy lifts like your barbell squat, that's when the belt begins to make a little more sense. So a good rule of thumb is if you're up to about 80% of your 1 rep max, you should probably be throwing on a weightlifting belt. Or if you're doing 5 or less reps with a really heavy challenging weight, throw on your weightlifting belt. If you're warming up, practicing technique, lifting moderate weights, you're still building up your core strength. Skip the belt. You don't need it. In fact, your body needs to learn how to lift without the belt. You're engaging core muscles that are essential to keeping you safe during those heavy lifts. So your belt should be fairly tight. The white part goes in front. And it should be tight enough to where you can fit your hand flat in the weight. But when you breathe and expand, it should become snug. Doesn't need to be any tighter than that. Then as you get ready to perform your lift, take a nice deep breath. You're gonna feel your core expand into the belt, creating that intra-abdominal pressure, and proceed with your lift. Now, if you're pushing or pulling, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and exhale on that part of the lift. Make sure we're never pressing down below. We want to be pulling up. That's how you lead to prolapses, especially in women. But men can also get prolapses in other places. Probably don't want that either. So, weightlifting belt is essential to strong, heavy lifts, but it's not needed all the time. Build up those core strength. Warm-up sets, whatever you're doing before you get to that heavy lift part should be all you. 80%, throw on the belt. Hope that helps. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm always happy to help. Until next time, y'all.